I guess so. Check this out. This fool. Well, fucked up my tattoo, bro.
It's like swirly or what?
No. So I didn't know that the arm. Well, I kind of knew this, but I didn't know this. So anybody who gets tattoos on their arms, just know that your arm fucking moves a lot depending on your stance. Or if you know.
It was like what? So he made it like this?
So I wanted it straight, but in my eyes, this is straight, right?
Kinda like right. Oh, well, actually, no. That's the edge of the.
Like,
okay, yeah. So.
yeah, in my eyes, right? But it didn't occur to me that when I'm walking, I don't know if you guys can see this, but
Oh, it's like facing down.
it swirls.
Oh. Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
So it's only straight when I go like this, right? But pretty much that's how I wanted it. But then when the tattoo guy started placing the tattoo on my arm, he was like, "Wait, it's not straight." I'm like, "I think it's straight." He's like, "No." And at first, he put the handle touching right here,
And that would have been it, no? Like,
but it would have been straight, like, like, like this. It would have been straight like this, right?
yeah, that's why, yeah.
But when I went like this, sword would go this way. World. And I didn't want that. I just wanted it straight like this, right? The whole point is we started talking and I was like, holy shit, I think you're right, bro. Let me just rethink this real quick. In the end, I was like, yes, it's like right now if I'm talking to you, it fucking swirls, right? It's like it's not gonna be straight until I make my arm a specific way.
Yeah.
Right? Which is pretty fucking weird. I'm like, damn, I didn't think about that. Like arm tattoos are pretty like
Should have made it smaller and then had it straight, no? Like,
yeah, like or I would have liked it too going straight this way like that.
and have the handles over here.
Yeah, you have the point right here facing a little bit that way, but it goes this way and it would have been straight. But it's still weird because I'll still move my hand. And depending on who sees it from what angle, the sword is never going to be straight. That's a trick,
Damn.
right? So beware if you guys ever get arm tattoos.
Where you get it?
Don't get them. Don't get a vertical fucking piece. Honestly, but I mean, I'm not knocking them. I still fucking love the tattoo, and this is pre-color, pre-shading. This is just a fucking
Yeah, it's gonna look dope. That's the master sword, you said?
master sword
With the
the
roses.
necro sword.
Oh shit!
My anxiety started kicking in.
What?
Nasty, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And how much?
6 bills.
Yes. I'm sure it'll be worth it. Looks good. It looks good so far. I mean, other than what you said, like bends.
Thank you. Yeah, and then my brother is also a Legend of Zelda fan. You should like instead of the roses, you should have got rupees.
Ooh, with vines around it.
And I was like, ooh, I was like, hey, that's a good idea. I'm like, I think I'm gonna add rupees around it next. Man, that's fucking sick.
Yeah. Those games are sick, dude.
Yeah.
That was the first like adventure type game that I played and fucking fell in love with.
Was the N64 one the first one you played?
Yeah. What are the there's a 3DS and
They had the 2-bit.
oh, you mean like oh yeah. I mean, I played the 2-bit, but like later. But the first one I played was Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, they were saying when they created Legend of Zelda in 2-bit version, that even then it was like groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Because it was like they made a world in a 2-bit.
Pretty much, yeah. That was the first like big like open world game like that.
Yeah. I look at it now, I'm like, oh, it looks so fucking sick. It's like kind of nostalgic. Like I wasn't born in the era, but like I knew people that were fucking playing those type of games. Still got to play them.
Yeah. Yeah, they were definitely dope. They're classic, man.
Hell yeah. And then now you seen Breath
Breath of the Wild?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Easy
Yeah, I played it for a bit. It's insanely It's really addicting because like you're like it's a big open world and literally you can head wherever you want and you'll run into some shit. You're like,
You'll run into a quest.
yeah,
Sick.
classic games. But that's dope. You gonna get the Triforce on there too or no?
That was one of my first tattoos, and I was thinking of doing it because like this arm is pretty filled. So I was like, okay, I kind of want to fill in these like naked spots. So I was like, I honestly do want to get Nintendo stuff, Triforce, the Mario M Cap, Yoshi's Egg, maybe
Oh shit, that's dope.
Toad. Even like what I really want to get is all the kind of emblems of Super Smash Bros. So the Samus Aran symbol, that one's pretty sick.
Dang, you need all the logos. Like, you're gonna get DK right here.
DK right here.
That's such a simple one though. Triforce is pretty dope though.
Triforce is pretty sick. Yeah, Legend of Zelda is one of my favorite games, honestly.
See why. Except for that water temple, I could see why.
Mm.
Remember struggling through that shit? And there were no walkthroughs back in the day. You were like, there'd be no walkthroughs at all. You'd be like, where the hell do I need to go? That's when you went to a neighbor and you're like, hey man, how'd you beat this part, bro?
Yeah. Oh, bro, yeah. I remember when I first got the game, I was in 6th grade. I was like, holy shit, I was like, this fucking game is awesome, but I don't know. I don't have internet. So I can't even look up like the cheat code on how to pass this shit. I remember just speaking to one of my like friends. He was a nerd.
That's how you used to get your information back then.
Yeah,
There was no YouTube
he was a
yet.
geek. Well, we were both geeks, honestly.
Yeah.
And I told him, he's like, I know exactly what to do. He knew exactly where I was and what to do. I'm like, what the hell, Mike? How do you even remember all that? Because of him.
Like, how do you even know all that?
And I would get stuck. And I ended up just getting his phone number.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's
like, Gabe,
Gabe.
I need help. That fool would walk me through it on the phone.
Like now, walk to the left, take 3 steps,
Yeah.
turn left. Like damn,
That shit was sick.
yeah, I had a neighbor like that too. He used to help me through like, especially the water temple. I remember just being stuck in there for so long. It was like the puzzles. You're like, do I go to this room first? Into this room?
Crazy.
You're like, what the hell? I mean, all the dungeons had their puzzles, but the water temple was just the one that I got the most stuck on.
I was in 6th grade. Legend of Zelda had me thinking at an 11th grade level, bro.
For real, huh? You're there like
College level. I told my mom I was taking college courses at that time.
yeah, classic games, dude.
You don't ever plan on getting a tattoo, dude?
Yeah, maybe some. I don't know. Like, I'm a big fan of hip hop, so maybe either. I was thinking of the W from Wu-Tang. I really like the logo for Mortal Kombat, that dragon. I've always wanted that.
I remember you saying something like that.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Yeah, but I want it kind of like, because most of it is just it looks like iron or whatever, like in the games or whatever. But I kind of want it like dragon scale, like.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation logo then.
Yeah.
Compared
Is it? Yeah, I think
where
so,
it's
yeah.
scaly, it's like a metal scale,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
greenish, kind of gray.
Yeah, something like that.
It's got a red eye.
Yeah, but I want it scaly. Maybe on my arm too.
I'm sure like 3D realistic type. That would be sick.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
That's a cool $1,000 right there.
Shit, just for that?
Maybe 800.
God damn, fuck that.
Yeah, if you wanted scaly, I'm sure.
It's a circle and like one figure.
I'm thinking with your big arms, fucking, you get it right here, right? Somewhere right there. Have it show off. Oh, okay, that
Or
tiny?
right here.
Damn. It's still gonna have a lot of detail.
Yeah. But yeah, for sure the Wu-Tang W too. I've always liked that.
Dave Chappelle's hands doing the Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang. He's just like. But yeah, I just don't know when. I don't know. Same time, like, whatever about it. Like, I'm not in a rush to go get one. Type. God damn. I hear how much they are something. I'm like, yeah. But then, like, the end result does look dope as hell. You got a few number. You got a number, huh? You got
I have a lot. Fuck. If I could put it in dollar amount, I don't know.
how much were those? What are those?
Sparrows. They were fuck, like 250, 300. This was like 150. This was less than 100. Less than 100.
What is?
100. Like 100,
Describe
200.
it to the audience. Describe it to the. I think that's behind the.
Oh yeah, so I have sparrows with color. What I say? Like close to 300. I have another blue jay with color. That's like 200. And this is before tip too. I have a California stencil, pretty lame, like $70. I have a big 6 Gothic 6
with roses around that.
roses around it. It's crazy because I first got the roses without color, and that was already like $200. Then I came back, colored them. That was another $200.
Damn.
Yeah. I have this weird, what would you call this? Play, pause, stop, fast forward, rewind symbol. That was like $50. What is that? Add it up. I'm saying what, 1,500?
But you got them like throughout the years, though, right?
Yeah, first one was straight out of high school, 18 years old.
Which one was the first one?
The 6. I was like, I don't know, bro. I just want a tattoo. I just wanted the sensation, feel the experience. And it was pretty dope. Fucking hurt like a bitch. Mind you, I was really skinny out of high school.
Skinny. That shit was digging into your bones.
Skinny Bone Jones. Like, god damn. Yeah. And that's just the arm. I have one pretty medium-sized one in the back.
What you got in the back?
I have a banner. I used to have a mentor. His favorite team had a sick slogan. It was "You'll never walk alone."
No, that's what you have?
Like, ooh, yes.
That's dope.
It's pretty funny because it was like supposedly. Now it sounds pretty corny, but all of us were supposed to get that tattoo in our team because we've been playing since we were like 5 years old, and it was only 3 of us that ended up getting it out of like
What?
that was a big ass group of us. I want to say
Everybody backed out or what?
it was 11. Yeah, we were 18, 19 years old. I think our first job was a weird ass like volunteering group. It was like an after school program. And they paid us, I think it was like 10 years ago, like it's $17 an hour.
Damn.
But it was only an hour and a half or 2 hours,
Oh.
3 days out the week. Yeah. So whatever, a few of us that worked, we got together and we're like, hey, who's down? And we were all down. But at the final moment, only 3 of us did it.
Out of how many people again?
I want to say like close to 11
Damn.
to 13 of us.
Everybody backed out?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I got it right here. I think one of my homies got a leg tattoo, and then the third one got it across his forearm. I gave him props. I was like, whoa. I was like, damn, you did it on your forearm? That's gotta hurt.
That looks sick though, I bet. You got Oaxaca on that one?
A Oaxaca on that one.
Oaxacaning. That's cool though.
But like you said, yeah, you gotta have money.
How much?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do want to get a couple at least.
Oh yeah, show off what you like. You know.
Show off with your bad self.
People ask, what is that? Then you end up getting
this for me.
oh damn. That was fucking 5 o'clock shadow is
Fucking
tremendous.
mustache, man. Look at that shit. That's legendary
I
material.
know a guy like that. We call him handlebars at work.
This shit is way more than handlebar.
It's a fucking pole.
The handle grips.
What was this whole thing about
Just not- the first two listed in Good Kid, Mad City.
All right.
Along with
So check this out. My favorite artists just in the past 10 years, it would be Kendrick Lamar.
top two, and or top three.
I can't say top two because I also listen to Suicide Boys.
Man,
But-
they ain't top nothing. Bro.
Okay. Whatever. Anyways, it's top something, all right. But as far as like, let's just say a decade, and even before that, I have been listening to J. Cole and Kendrick for like 15 years. It's a little crazy saying that. But yeah, for the past 15 years, I've been listening to Kendrick and J. Cole.
Been 15 years since he. That's crazy, dude.
Right?
Just
I just
thinking about it, yeah.
fucking said it and it shocked me. But something, I was like, I started listening to Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City. I was like, holy shit, you know, from start to
Still
finish,
holds up. It's a classic.
it's literally can be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. It's one of those albums, you know. You
But
can
from
go back
start to finish, I could still fucking replay the whole album no matter
Yeah.
what and never get tired of it, right? And
It just feels so like real, like so like just raw. Like,
it feels really real.
yeah.
And before we start getting into that, I was like, okay, you know what? Wait, hold up. Why am I on like Kendrick's like sack like that? I was like, let me check out, you know what? J. Cole's
you real quick.
Yeah. Let me check out J. Cole's first album too. I was like, all right, why have I been repeating this album for like the past 2-3 weeks, like nonstop? And so I started listening to J. Cole's Cold World, The Sideline Story, his first album.
Which is good. But
I don't know if I can even consider it good.
what?
I don't know.
There's a
I probably
few
don't.
songs.
I probably don't have credentials to say
Well,
that.
I mean,
but
now I would say it's probably his weakest album, but it's good. Still,
okay. So I used to think it held up when it first came out.
yeah.
By the way, I think
I do.
Cold World came out a year before Good Kid, Mad City, and I actually thought Good Kid, Mad City came out first.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
So when it came out, the Cold World the Sideline Story, I thought it was pretty good at the moment. But there were only maybe like 4 songs that I would kind of play over and over again.
I remember I would when it came out, I would try listening, but I couldn't get into it. It wasn't until his Forest Hill album where I was like, okay.
And that was number 3.
That one felt like real too. Like no, it was Silent Story. Oh yeah, Born Sinner, and then 2014. Or so yeah, Forest Hill Drive was. Born Sinner was good too, but we're just comparing their first album.
First
right?
albums
Yeah,
of
okay.
these 2 greats, because they definitely are greats.
Yeah, I'll definitely say Good Kid, Mad City kind of has a slight advantage. I
And
think. Oh, what happened?
My bad. And so yeah, so I was like, okay, so I was able to listen to Good Kid, Mad City for 2-3 weeks straight. Let me check out the Sideline Story.
5 minutes later.
You know, yeah, I was at work. You know, I stock dairy products and shit, and so I
You
was
need
like,
something to motivate you. You're like,
motivate me. Yeah, exactly. Good Kid, Mad City. So listening to this album, J. Cole's first album. I don't know, bro. Honestly,
I
from
think it
start
just
to
feels a lot
finish,
more commercial. It doesn't feel as real as Good Kid, Mad City.
There
Even
wasn't-
though it has some good stories to it, but it's just
What?
the
Cold
Silent
World?
Story. Yeah.
Good stories.
Yeah.
Well, it had good songs.
Well,
That
the one where he's talking about you can't play me like LeBron versus Jordan, like it still has like a message kind of. You know what I'm saying?
was a
Like,
Sideline Story. Yeah.
yeah, that's why. And then what other one was on there that was kind of a story? I mean, he was still mostly telling the story, but it just felt more commercial still.
There's a song where like he raps about like being a kid and seeing his dad like go out with other girls.
So it's yeah, you know.
Oh man, they supposed to snitch. You know, there was that song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I get what you're saying, but as far as the way these 2, and this is me, obviously, I listened to both of them. I only did get halfway into Cole's because I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, but the K Dot tells a story, and
K Dot from start to finish, it's a whole story. Each song,
so good, dude.
and then the interludes before and after the songs, explaining a specific timeline. And Kendrick's like, I think, is it a whole day? Because that whole album
knows the
takes.
story, yeah. But that the one that always one of my favorites is "Sing About Me." When I'm,
that song doesn't get as much.
that story is just so
nuts.
Yeah.
Song's like what, 8 minutes, 10 minutes long.
Somebody say Domino.
Yeah, but like from start to finish, Good Kid, Mad City has a fucking structure. Like, it's telling a story of this dude, like, with the whole.
You can tell where he's from, right? Like, just listening to that album. Like, someone's like, "Oh, someone in the world was like, oh, who's K Dot?" Like, someone who doesn't listen to hip hop. Like, oh, just listen to this album. You can tell where he's coming from.
I got it right here in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Hear my boy Catch.
For real. But I would definitely consider it a classic. Over Silent Story. Silent Story was far from being a classic. I'm no diss to Cole though. Still a big fan, but we're comparing the two. I think Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City beats.
Yeah.
Shall we keep going? Album number 2. Born Sinner, J. Cole.
And then K Dot's was
To Pimp a Butterfly.
that was a second.
Yeah.
What was Section 80? That was a mixtape, right? Or was
That one came before Good Kid, Mad City, and it was a mixtape. It was a mixtape.
So it wasn't like an album.
No.
Oh, okay.
That actually, you know what? It's weird because that album, it is considered an album, but it's
How about the one where Ignorance is Bliss from? That's
a mixtape.
Okay.
OD.
So how to pimp? Wow, I always thought that was his third one. That's his second one, then, huh?
Which one?
How to Pimp a Butterfly?
Yeah. Studio albums.
Okay.
Yeah. It was Good Kid, Mad City first, To Pimp a Butterfly second.
That one got real too, but I was not the biggest fan of it at first. How to Pimp a Butterfly, but then through the years, I kept going back to it, and I'm like, it kind of grew on me.
It aged well.
I actually really like it now. Yeah.
But I think that album caught everybody off guard because K Dot's first album was like gnarly, raw. The beats were like street beats. Especially with the story he was telling.
This one, the How to Pimp a Butterfly, was like more jazzy, I guess.
And I think he was trying to give the black person, the black man, a voice, or like.
Oh yeah.
Just based off the.
Just how he gave the people in the hood a voice with.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, because that was the whole point of that album.
Yeah.
Young ghetto kid trying to make it out of
this
the
environment. Yeah.
Environment, correct.
Dude. Man, you make me want to really listen to it again. So good.
I think this dude was doing it. He had the right path.
But I think you even said the other day, and I agreed, where it felt like they kind of rose up the opposite. Like K Dot started off hot, and he kind of like
I don't know. What are you talking about? Like, explain it.
Well, that's what I'm getting to. Is like that K Dot started off like just hot, and then over the years his albums kind of got like okay, and then Cole he started off like kind of like okay, but he started getting better.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, they kind of fluctuated. They switched roles pretty much.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, but they're still pretty good. Like, we're not trying to throw shade on either one.
Throwing shade,
but it's just throughout
still
the years,
my favorites, honestly.
Yeah. They're definitely on my top 3 right now. But what was I saying? But oh yeah, that
you're gonna go.
Cole did definitely get better throughout the years, I think. Although I still think 2014 Forest Hill Drive is his best one. His later ones weren't bad either.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought they had a slight edge over the latest K Dot albums too.
It's funny that you say that 2014 Forest Hills Drive is the better one, because that's exactly when I think before that album dropped, he left Rock Nation. He left Jay-Z's label and he said, "Fuck that. I'm gonna make my own label."
Dreamville. That shit's legendary.
Exactly. Legendary. Sick ass move that he did. Because he knew he You ever hear that story about J. Cole? How after his first album dropped, he was sky high, living on cloud nine, young, making money. But one of his was it No ID? Or one of his fucking producers. I guess he had gone to a producer party or some shit like that. Specific people, invite only.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling J. Cole the story of how he overheard, because Nas was at that party, and I guess he was just kind of like the third party. Somebody asked Nas, "Hey, what do you think about this new kid that J. Cole signed, that Jay-Z signed?" And Nas was like, same thing. The kid was starting off great. His first two mixtapes were dope. And he literally said, but that
workout.
Yeah, that he sold this.
That
it sounded like he was just commercialized, like you said. So I guess that producer, I think it's No ID. I forgot who it is. I ended up telling J. Cole the story, and that literally fucking made J. Cole
change up his
360, rethink his fucking career.
He makes a whole song about it.
Because Nas was one of his Nas was one of his heroes.
Let Nas Down, that song is I think the song itself is a classic.
I don't think a lot of people have heard that song too, but Let Nas Down, he speaks some real true shit.
That's the shit I was like, yeah, Born Sinner was actually really good. I mean, it still had its commercial hits in there, but overall I think it was pretty good.
I think the title of the album kind of is telling what he's kind of feeling too.
Yeah, because he kind of in a way. Well, he explains it in Let Nas Down how he felt that he had to make songs to sell records, but he knew in his heart it wasn't
only because the label was telling him to. Wasn't even asking him to, but telling him to.
Yeah.
And so I think at the end of while making that album or finishing that album, I think he just completely was like, "I'm out, guys. I got enough money to start my own label."
Dreamville's pretty successful. I think most of the artists are pretty dope.
Oh, hella.
Yeah. Jid, I think, is very underrated. Boz. Omen's on there too, right?
Omen. I think Omen has been the truest one.
I always think he's on EDE for some reason. Omen. But he's Dreamville, right?
He's straight up Dreamville, yeah. But I feel like he's stayed the truest one because I think he writes poetry, or he used to write poetry before being a rapper, which is, I mean, it's almost the same thing. It just depends on how you go with it. But his albums haven't even been that successful for the same reason that, I mean, nobody likes a backpack rapper anymore. At least I do.
What was that?
You're a lyricist. You're just on your notepad all the time.
I mean, shit, that's what I prefer.
That's what I'm saying.
You know how hard it is to come up with shit fucking that rhymes like that. And for that's why when the whole, I mean, this is completely off the subject, but with the whole ghostwriting shit with Drake, I know there's artists out there that do it, but I just can't. I don't know. I can't really respect that. Coming up with your own verses is
and dude,
hard enough.
You come up with that shit yourself. All you need is a really good beat or a really good producer behind your back. And I'm sure you could sell 10 times more content than homeboy Drake.
I mean, look at Gangstar. He was well, I'm pretty sure he was a backpack rap. Just the way he flowed, I could tell. I'm like, he writes his own bars, But
he was conscious about a lot of shit.
And then dope ass producing by Premier too. They were the perfect combo, yeah. And there's been a lot. Eric B. and Rakim too. It's a bit more old school, but I like Eric B. and Rakim. Yeah, Eric B. and Rakim. I don't know why. I thought I said Rakim and why.
Oh shit, that's a sick ass combo too, bro. What you mean? On our next segment,
Rakim's older shit is fire, bro. He's definitely one of my top MCs. But we're getting off the subject. We're going back to.
I know that was so hard not to touch, bro. I really want to keep going talking about
I'm like,
that.
well, fuck it, let's make it a hip hop thing. But yeah, their second K Dot's second album, Tip of a Butterfly.
Hella jazzy.
Yeah,
Definitely wanted to give the black man a strong voice. Hence the art. All these young kids on top
of the White House,
in front of the White House, and on top of a judge.
Oh shit!
Which is ultimately what a judge either gives you a life sentence or sets you free. And I think dude, Kendrick has an interlude in that album, explaining how the judge is the ultimate bearer of their life choices.
Thought it was cool to stare at the judge when he sentenced me.
Oh,
Section 80, I think.
Yeah, that's Ronald Reagan. No,
it's I think it's smoke good, eat good, live good.
Yeah, that one.
Smoke good, eat. Yeah.
Okay. So there was a second album. Both of them were kind of conscious.
Yeah.
Right? Now let's go to the third album. J. Cole killed it. Because he left Rock Nation.
Started
Dreamville. And dude, he recorded all that shit in his little room, didn't he?
I've seen the documentary about it. With the little fucking sock over his. Yeah, I remember that.
Dude, man. Honestly, you gotta be hella proud to record a fucking. I think it's a diamond.
Hustle, bro.
I think it's a diamond album at this point.
Hell yeah. What was that old ass meme people say? Double platinum, no features or some shit?
Yeah, that's J. Cole. J. Cole literally set the bar, bro, for that kind of achievement. That's king status right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I always knew that he had it in him, just based off the warm up and Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, his mixtapes were really fucking dope.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I knew this fool had talent.
My favorite one though has to be the. What's the topic? Actually forgot it.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights, yeah.
Actually forgot it. Hose money, I'm the shit. Oh yeah, I'm reminded.
Sheesh.
That fool had fire. That fool was hungry.
You could tell, man.
But I still think he's hungry.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That fool is still hungry.
K Dot's mixtapes were really good too. I think they're on the same level as far as that, for the most part.
K Dot's were more poetic, though. And J. Cole's mixtapes were more like aggressive but conscious at the same time. Like he was still.
You could tell that they were both hungry for it, like in a way, you know.
And I know I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys still waiting for the fucking J. Cole Kendrick album coming out soon.
They're sleeping on that, bro. I would have expected for them to come out already. First, it was because the people were saying because of their labels, they wouldn't let each other record. But isn't K Dot no longer on TDE?
I think this was his last album, and now he's free. I'm not saying he was shackled to it,
bro.
I know y'all got time. Dude, they got little fucking artists working together, Cause and Reason. They have like so many songs together. Yeah, I'm still waiting on that fucking.
I love that line. It's like, I got a reason. It can be treason with TDD. I don't know. I
can be treason. Yeah. Like, let's make a pact.
Oh, that fucking joint album between TDE and Dreamville. That was the closest thing we got to that.
Huh.
The Revenge of the Dreamers.
Oh yes, man.
That one grew on me too. I remember at first I wasn't really feeling it. After a while, I kept going back to it. I'm like, okay, I actually fuck with it now. If you think about it, is Dreamville with TDE like that's legendary within itself.
No, and then have you seen that documentary, like that 24?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, how people were trying to book a spot in J. Cole's house. That's crazy.
Because he basically sent an open invitation, didn't he? And
and he had mad people trying to fucking, hey, yo, let me shoot through.
That's respect, dude. Like, just, damn.
Yeah.
Everybody.
If you guys haven't seen that documentary, I wish I had the name of it right now.
We'll look it up. Just look up J. Cole. What was that album? Just put Revenge of the Dreamers 3 J. Cole on YouTube. I'm sure it'll pop up.
Yeah, it's like a 26-minute documentary. But that shit is so hype. Like
I think that's where you see him too. Record some of his bars like in his room or some shit.
yeah, and I don't know how many rooms he had in his house, but specific artists would be like, hey, like, or I'd be like, hey, yo, Dave, like, let's get room Z.
Yeah, they would have like multiple.
Yeah, let's get the shit real quick because they're almost done, and then bring your producer, make this food like fuck around with the beats, and they would just start spinning. And dude, that shit looks like it was so much fun.
I mean, they were just lounging and coming up with bars like that.
Fucking
That was dope,
smoking,
yeah.
smoking, drinking, but they were still working though.
And
Like,
you could tell they were having fun.
yeah, they were still working.
Was
You know-
like, hey. Didn't I say stop rapping? What's his name?
Buddy, is it Buddy?
Buddy. Yeah, that was hilarious. Oh, J. Cole grew some dreads. He think he smoked now.
And they're laughing in the background. Pass the bun. I mean,
could tell
pass the.
You can hear J. Cole laughing too at that shit.
And then when Reason and Cause do that song where they're in the song, they're like, "You go
Lambo
rob
truck?
Cole, and I'll rob Top Dog." And J. Cole's like, "What the fuck, bro? These guys are nuts, man."
That shit was sick, dude.
Lamborghini truck. Listen to that song. Yeah, but yeah, honestly, that's where it all stemmed from. This whole idea. I was like, man, let me listen to my top artist, their first album.
I mean, I've heard those both of those albums like countless times already. Sideline Story and
Good
Good Kid. But Good Kid, I think, like I said, has a slighter advantage. But they're both good, man. They now that K Dot is no longer on TDE, they should do a fucking joint album and bring TDE and Dreamville together. Like that would be fucking legendary.
That would be sick, bro. J Rock with, I'm sorry, it'll be Reason with Kaz, Kendrick with Cole.
I mean, we kind of got that with Ranger and Dreamers 3, but the only things we're missing were the two Titans themselves.
Absol with Omen. It's crazy. I remember in high school they used to compare Black Hippie.
Black Hippie was the
with
shit.
NWA.
Oh,
Because
they're from Compton too, right?
well,
Or just some of them.
Soul was from Carson.
Oh,
J Rock is from Watts. Kendrick from Compton. And who's the fourth one?
J Rock's pretty underrated too, I think.
Oh, Schoolboy Q from
Schoolboy Q.
Hoover. All LA based,
Schoolboy Q is pretty fucking dope. Him and oh man, Anderson .Paak I think is slept on too.
Oh, thank God you brought him up. Dude, I literally think Top Dog had been sleeping on Anderson .Paak.
Yeah,
Hella sleeping. Because he's made a song with almost every one of them.
yeah.
And that fool, he's from LA. Hence the fucking, all his albums are named from cities in LA.
Oh really?
He has his first album was Venice. His second album was Oxnard.
Sick.
His third album was Malibu. And I think he has another one, but they're all like cities around LA.
I mean, he has I like his flow to most of his songs, even when he does the kind of singing part too.
Mhm.
And you know how many songs would be successful with just him doing the hooks?
Oh, fuck, fire.
Yeah.
That fool could play the drums, guitar.
I think he's underrated for sure. But isn't there someone on Dreamville like that too? Kind of a singer and rapper?
There's a singer.
Well, besides J. Cole. I would be doing his own choruses too.
You said on TD or Dreamville?
Dreamville. Because Anderson .Paak's TDE?
No, Anderson .Paak is his own.
Oh,
shit.
his own thing?
Yeah, he's. I know he's signed to a label, but he's a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy how each of the rosters have grown. I recently I went to a day in Vegas last year, and you know this dude Sir? He has that song Hair Down.
You sound familiar.
Yeah, I let my hair down with Kendrick Lamar. His brother is fucking good too. Well, he's signed to TD, but his brother, same thing, LA based. That's what I dig though. When LA has some real or good artists. I haven't been able to follow Blueface. I just can't.
I can listen to that music.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want like a. I don't know.
I think West Coast. I think of like E40, Snoop, Dre,
Yeah,
Warren G.
but they hardly make music anymore now, no?
Nah, they're retired, bro. They're over here making commercials. Dre's making headphones.
Is he still, or didn't Apple buy him off?
I'm sure that fool was like, yeah.
Made bank. Damn, when Apple wants one of your fucking products, yeah.
Yeah, your front step. Can we? Can we? Can we?
Can we do it? Can we do it?
Got a fuck or what?
But yeah, man, and two classic artists, which I hope they do
We'll go down in history.
A joint album.
We're still waiting on it, fans.
I know this is kind of like it's actually controversial, but just like we wouldn't know shit about their perspective. But if Biggie and Pac were still around, how do you think it turned out? Do you think there'll be these there still be these I guess SoundCloud rappers, you know, like Lil Xanax or whatever, like rappers like that, or
I think there would be.
do you think Pac and Big would change their style in a way, or
No. I think those foods are like true
you think Pac would have been part of TDE?
no.
No,
I'm sure okay. I'm sure
or at least featured in some of their songs.
I'll tell you this. If Pac were still alive and making music, let's just say if Pac were still alive, I'm sure Kendrick would have been a little bit better.
Like how? What do you mean?
Just because his hero is still alive. You know, you remember when they were comparing, oh, Kendrick's the new Tupac. It's a reincarnation of Tupac. You know,
Which like no, Kendrick is Kendrick. Like give him his fucking
yeah, his own fucking identity, right? But I think they were only saying that because Tupac was taken away way too early, and his style was just coming out of L.A. and it was some true
His first few albums were pretty
some poetry
yeah.
type of shit, right? I forgive me for saying this, but I never been into Tupac. I've been more of a Biggie fan, but just based on what I've heard and you know friends and whatnot and hearsay, I'm like, damn, this guy was fucking poetic on a lot of his shit. Just Dear Mama, crazy ass fucking song. But I'm sure, and this is why I'm saying Kendrick would have been a little bit better because I'm sure if Tupac were still alive, he would have shouted out Kendrick for keeping it real. And then maybe there would be more conscious rappers in LA if Tupac were still alive, you know, given the circumstances. That would not deter people from sounding like they sound now.
Yeah. Fucking simple ass words. I'm like, I even like the beats most of the time. But yeah, I was always more of a like towards Biggie too. But I always thought Pac was dope too. His first two albums, and then Ambitious the Writer was dope, and it did have some good songs. But I could just tell it was like heavily influenced by either Suge or like just a label of make more bangers, make it gangster. Like it wasn't very storytelling. Yeah, like his first few albums, it was very story, very real. And I think Ambitious as a writer felt the most commercial in a way. And I know that's most everybody's favorite, but I it's not that I dislike it. I just don't think it's as good as his previous albums. But I've always been like, whenever I listen to hip hop, it's always been like something with a story or like advice or message. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you know, it's like not always like when I was younger and I would like go out hang out with friends, I would want to listen to like kind of mainstream or Something to pump you up, like
Because you're young.
and just to pump up the night too. You're like, you know, you don't want to listen to something that's like sad. You're like, friends are drinking it. Fuck, but
You know, this shit makes me think.
yeah, no,
I want to think right now.
you want to
man.
turn up, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. So that I do like I get that, but like if it's just me and I'm listening to music, I want something not just mindless, I guess. So, you know, like a meaning, I guess.
That's how I feel right now. Half the time, like nowadays, I'm like, oh, there aren't any fucking like good rappers out there. And so I'm stuck between a good beat. Oh, don't worry, guys, it's a scam. The scam likely.
Scam. What she want with you?
And nowadays I'm stuck between a good beat and good lyrics.
Mm.
And freaking 9 times out of 10 nowadays, just because I'm trying to get work out the way, I'd rather listen to a beat.
That pumps you up.
That's it. Even at the gym. Like I'm
That's
not.
where you turn on some
I'm
old
not
school Metallica, bro.
Or like some like guitars, bro. Like some sick ass guitar riffs. Like that I could fucking do. Like rock, I could do at the gym. The same thing, like when it comes to those hip hop beats nowadays, like if I'm at the gym, I'm just trying to need something to fucking pump me up. But look, I'll be I'll be faded in my car or going home from work, and a freaking conscious song plays. I'm over there driving like, yeah, I agree.
Like,
with
man,
everything he said.
You
Like,
just look at yourself in the mirror.
that was me when I was fucking
You
15.
just look at yourself in the mirror. You're like, what are you doing?
I'm over here thinking like I'm making my own music video. But like those are the only moments where I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm kidding. Those are not the only moments I'm like I can listen to a lyricist. I can listen to a lyricist whenever I can, but
Like, one of my favorite groups is a Tribe Called Quest, and it's because like some of their shit like still has like a message, but their beats are like oh my god, yes, oh, like it's stuff to like turn up to. So I think they blended that shit like perfectly.
there was a balance to it.
Yeah, that's why I think they're one of my favorites. Obviously, Wu-Tang is up there too.
Oh my god.
Oh
my
yes.
God.
Oh my god. Dun, 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 dun. That beat is dope. And definitely Tribe is, as far as groups go, up there as well. The Tribe.
One of my favorite solo artists was Fisticuff. I fool just knew exactly what to say.
Yo, his words are so sick. They don't even got a rhyme. Bro. You ever heard Turn My Headphones Up?
Put some treble in it. Put some treble in it.
Pump up that bass. Pump up that bass. All right, here I go. The beat stops. Wait, why'd you stop, man?
Oh.
Yo, dude, that's one of my favorite skits from that shit. Turn my headphones up.
In stores now.
I went in the studio, he's like, turn them up. Turn them shits up. Then
You're running this, man.
this guy's fixing the mic. He's like, no, man, not for real, man. I'm writing it on the paper, man.
Hey, you think you put some bells in this thing and make it harder?
What? You heard? What?
Turn my headphones up. In stores now. Cut a nigga neck with a butter knife or fisticuff.
Yo, this shit ain't going platinum, so this is going double uranium.
Double uranium. That fool's voice. Double uranium.
And then the fucking album, he's like, he got shot in the ear 9 times. He's just like,
Word on the street is he got shot 9 times.
that was like,
Still in the same fucking booth for all the pictures. That's the
I
funniest part.
fucking love that fucking skit, dude.